versus Justice. Min destroys Pac-Man.
I guess,
key.
yeah, that Ram is definitely going to be a phenomenal tool to try to mitigate any of Pac-Man's approach attempts. Of course, just like that, out of the bat, 1, 2, 3,
And we are
4,
swinging.
going for it, knowing that it will pay off.
You know, and here's the other thing, right? Is normally to mitigate any sort of zoning potential or aggression, Pac-Man might drop that hydrant. But it doesn't matter against Min. Ram goes right through. I thought that was going to break hydrant. I'm not going to cap. I'm like, bro, hit him twice. That's supposed to be dead, right?
Just sliding through it, and now that the Galaxium is in their hands, there's nothing you can do about it. Dealing with every single option that Pac-Man could afford, that is no longer the case.
Here's the thing, Cirque, I don't know if you know this, but Min can still hit the A button if she just does the B button first. So if she's holding that, she could literally not ever drop the fruit.
That's true, you could tell. And it pretty much invalidated Rocke for a bit. Like, he found no way to come back. Great stalling to recover safely. Unfortunately, getting that second hit of the Dragon hit, that Ram could have been extremely dangerous, but it's not connecting quite yet, and stuff is just flowing. Of course, the Hydrant is just trying to stop its advance.
Oh, 100%. Looking for that megawatt to connect, but I mean, good gracious, 127. This is starting to get to scary percents. Nice. Ooh, the parry to catch the bell.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do. I'll keep the bell and still be able to get something off it. And just like that, 15%, and that is quickly rising with every single time that Justice puts out an arm to add extra pressure to every single interaction.
Yeah, no, it feels like at no moment can Rocke ever get it. This Ram is covering all parts of the stage, and he's never allowed to play the game. And look at that. The minute he tries, grabbed. Off stage. Get out of here.
Still opting for the Ram, knowing that it provides lots of coverage, but as soon as that recovery gets red, the Megawatt is going to pull it off. And of course, taking time to charge it as well, so that ensured the stock. This is not looking pretty for Rocke with his Pac-Man, because right now it is Justice who's currently holding an insane lead, and it's not looking like he wants to stop anytime soon. Every time he's off stage, he's ready to retaliate.
Oh, 100%. This is getting to be too big of a mountain to climb at this point. Looking for that grab right there, not able to find it. Oh!
Smart.
The reflector.
I like it.
Amen. Bro, just sending it right back.
And it's something we don't get to see that often, you know?
When do you ever position below Pac-Man?
I'm sorry?
When do you ever choose to position below Pac-Man, especially when Hydrant's coming?
Yeah, like you have to be aware of that it's coming up soon. But still, it's a bit of a committal option for a lot of characters who have a reflector. So the fact that Min could just let it rip and still be in a well positioned definitely pays off, and it did in this instance.
Yeah, no, I mean, good gracious. Rocke just really struggling to find this kill. Apple on deck and still not able to find something to connect. Just trying to use Fruit to gain stage control. I do like that at this point, understanding that Justice is willing to just back off and let the Fruit come in. All of a sudden, instead of using Fruit to try to deal damage, you just use it for stage control. Might be something good for the next game. I don't know if you're taking this game, but utilizing that in game 2 to try to secure the set could be phenomenal for him.
Yeah, right now it's not looking pretty for Rocke. By the way, Ara Scrub, a pleasure having you here joining the Satellite Smash transmission, the live stream that it's really going up wild right now, because it is Justice who's currently holding an insane lead. No punish on the grab, but the Megawatt is out. You know that even an Nair could have taken that stock, but it's finally Rocke's opportunity to take one stock and at least bring some level of adaptation for the next one.
Oh, 100%. And that Galaga trying to put a little bit of pressure on. I will say one thing that does really good for Pac-Man in this matchup is the ability to scrap. Having such fast normals to be able to get in on Justice has been doing phenomenal, but it don't matter.
That was weird.
You're gone. Megawatt there.
Just like that.
That move's busted.
I'm telling you right now, Justice feeling quite ready, quite prepared for this set, in which, as you called it, it looks quite daunting for Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to get in. Those projectiles are not paying any dividends. They're not working at this point.
It's not.
And Justice is just running away with it.
Okay, I will say, I'm a little curious as to why we're going back to PS2. It just felt like Rocke was constantly having a hard time getting in, so don't give him more space to play with, right? PS2 is the longest stage on the stage list.
Yep.
Take him to somewhere else.
Also not neutral, by the way.
Not neutral, actually.
Die,
I'm glad you're on that train.
I will die on this hill.
Amen.
PS2 is not neutral, but I don't know, people... Well, of course it can be neutral in certain matchups, like, you know, Swordy versus Swordy, or Sonar versus Sonar to some degree.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it is not a neutral stage. So, I mean, people will keep on going into PS2, and there's nothing we can do about it, apparently. And right now, Justice is showing up why this is such a good stage in this matchup for him.
Yeah, no, and all of a sudden put off stage the cherry. Ooh, beautiful air dodge to get away from it, but it don't matter. You utilize that air dodge a little too soon, and that forward air is coming in spades to seal that out. Alrighty, just trying to secure a little bit of stage control right now to try to send it back. Rocke, for the first time, in the lead. This could be really good for him because I think overall Justice has played very patient, and having that lead all of a sudden doesn't afford Justice to try to play on the defense.
And it's exactly what Rocke needed too. Like, just try to challenge Min off stage, which is fairly to say her weakness, right? You really want to get her off. Great conversion there from Rocke. He's looking quite better now in this second game. I told you, adaptation had to be on point, and Rocke is showing us why he's still quite capable of bringing this game back, waiting for the hydrant to help him just a little bit to extend the lead that he currently holds.
Yeah, and Justice getting that back throw there, having that knowledge to just go ahead and position themselves right behind that hydrant. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, utilizing that as a one-way wall, you can't touch me, but if you come up close, I grab you, and you are off stage now against Min. That is such a scary place to be in, where she has these tools to keep you either at ledge or off stage with, whether it be edge guards or two frames. She just has so much potential inside of advantage stage.
Now watch out, because right now things are not quite even just yet. By the way, guys, I'd highly suggest for you to go to the Start GG to look for the right link so you don't miss out on what's going on with the bracket. But right now, Rocke is looking insanely well adapted, mixing up a lot of his options and waiting for Justice to find an opening. When they don't happen, he's ready to punish those.
Yep, Rocke has done such a better job this game of just keeping inside of Justice's bubble and not letting them push him out. Alrighty, catching the Galaga and putting on so much damage, so much pressure, 65%. This is starting to become a struggle for Justice here.
At this point, you can see that his adaptation has been really spot on. Like, he's being a little bit more patient, trying to go for the cheeky grab, but also keeping it safe, which is extremely intelligent on Rocky's part. You can tell that he's on a completely different mindset, because everything he's doing it out of consciousness, and it's just allowing him to run away with a lot of the punishment that he's dealing to Justice.
Oh, 100%. Speaking of 100%, Justice is above that now, and that is starting to get a little bit scary. Bell on deck and off stage, and that is going to be it.
Wow.
With the side B, those pellets.
Wow,
guiding.
you would love to see those.
Those pellets guiding Rocke to victory.
That was absolutely crazy. Rocke quickly adapting, giving us our one of the very few Game 3 sets that we've had throughout this commentary block. You
made me my words, I'm not going to lie.
About what?
I was like,
the
PS2 is not the stage.
The stage?
That is not the stage, dog. And he's like, no, it is.
I think what he mostly changed wasn't his approaches. It was more how he was just lagging behind a little bit, being a little bit more patient. And definitely on PS2, you can do that. The thing is that on the previous game, on Game 1, rather, he was being the one that was offering the most aggression like he is right now.
Yep.
And I mean, it works to some degree, but if it puts you in bad situations, you gotta step it back, which is what he did on game 2.
Yeah, I will say, stage pick goal is to have that middle plat so Justice can kind of hide under it, right?
Right.
Putting on that pressure, getting rid of that hydrant, really good. But all of a sudden, if Justice starts getting stage control, this is going to be a hard fight for Rocke. Doesn't matter right there. Look at that back throw, popping them right off stage and keeping them in the corner. It feels like Justice hasn't really gotten to play much neutral this game.
Yeah, seems like he's struggling a little bit also. Keep in mind that the bell is right under his sleeves. Rocke is waiting for a good opportunity to set up that projectile to get the kill confirmed. It's still not happening. Oh, great attempt. Oh, he ends up getting it, but not quite ready for the last lingering hitbox of it. The last seconds that allowed him to get something out of it were simply not there.
Yeah, that bell is such a horrifying tool. Able to take stocks mad early using that with the paralysis.
Nice.
Ooh, Justice coming up.
That's cute.
Justice has done a really good job of just utilizing arms to try to push Rocke away from ledge and try to avoid these dangerous ledge trap scenarios.
For sure, every single time. Justice seems to adapt, or Rocke rather, add something new. Justice seems ready to just make changes to his playstyle. We're seeing that in how even things are. Rocke did a phenomenal job at putting a lot of percentage on Justice, but it seems like things are counter-adapting at this point. It is currently the Min main who holds the lead. Doesn't seem to be for too long, really, because Rocke really putting up the aggression.
Oh, 100%. Barely avoiding a grab there. Justice getting a little bit too close for comfort. I mean, good gracious, I would have felt nervous myself.
Yeah.
Finding some hits, though. This is where Justice has been making their money. Just nice, slow pace, tilt, and keeping the pressure on at all times.
Unbelievable that Justice managed to survive for this long already. Rocke definitely lacking on the accuracy department, because even though he's throwing everything he has at them, Justice is ready. Great Apple, getting the right angle, but not quite the positioning to get the stock just yet, which is somewhat surprising considering how high in percentage Min currently is. That middle platform now being a little bit of a hindrance for Backman to throw their stuff quite comfortably.
Justice staying alive to 172. Min has been eating so much ramen to stay alive like this. Goodness gracious, and all of it. The hydrant feels like it's so rarely in play, and when it is, it feels like Justice is just utilizing it for extra stage control.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Great reflection there.
Almost finding the stock.
A quick up smash from Justice to bring things back on his favor. That parry could have very well been an up smash to reflect it once again, but no, he's still opting for a bit of a safer approach. Both punches, both fists are going out. We got the Dragon, we got the Megawatt, and still surviving. Great recovery. The key of victory and success is going to come out, but the stocks keep flying from left to right, Yin.
Yeah, no. Justice trying to pop right up there, and Rocke saying, no, get out, dog. What you doing? Doing? Galaga coming in, getting a little bit of a combo. Hold up. Is this where Rocke is going to get that cooking done? Nah, not quite. Not able to finish off the job there with that down air. That could have been huge. Still living, though. Rocke somehow... Bro, both these gentlemen's characters are way too heavy.
Somewhat, yeah. Also, they're struggling because their big hits are not coming up where they need them, which is closer to the blast zone, closer to the edge of the stage, and that's causing things to slow down just a little bit, but not in terms of being passive, more in terms of being very cautious when it comes to when you go in and how you do it, because right now the stock could be very well in danger now that Justice is trying to hook you up with that up B.
Oh, 100%. I will say, I love how Rocke, when he saw that that Megawatt come towards the hydrant, knowing that the Dragon was going to come up to try to send it out, goes ahead, drops down with that back air. Either it sends the hydrant towards Justice, or the hitbox neutralizes the projectile of the hydrant long enough where Rocke wouldn't have gotten hit.
Oh, gets the paralysis, almost not getting the stock. Things are even last stock for both of them. This is the deciding stock in order to determine who is going to keep on moving in this winner's side of bracket, because right now both of them have been doing phenomenally so far in terms of adaptation, and of course the aggression that they're putting out has shown. Now that we are in almost a minute and a half left, this is do or die for both of them.
Oh, 100%. I will say we are down to a minute 30. Minute 30. Timeout could definitely be on the table. And so now at this point, these gentlemen need to fight so hard, tooth and nail, to try to get any lead they can before we get closer. And that's where we're going to start seeing a lot more aggression. And you can see Justice has started picking up the pace, and Rocke himself as well, trying to make every hit count to try to seal out this set.
While Dragon Arm was buffed, he tried to get something started. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Megawatt charging it up can be a little scary, but still successful recovery from Rocke. Stuck on the left side of the stage while Justice keeps on swinging every single arm at his disposal. Things are exactly even, 99% on each side, and Rocke still holding on to the left side of the stage.
Yeah, Rocke just going for a nice calm, get up into shield. Ooh, getting caught by the fire hydrant at this point. Justice in the lead by a good 30%. This is starting to become an issue. 30 seconds on deck. Can Justice seal it out, or will Rocke find this stock right now? The hydrant in play. Bell on deck.
Right now, both of them are one hit away from losing. So you either make it count every single hit right now, or you stall them out 10 seconds. The melon goes out. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Is it going to be a
grab?
timeout? Is it going to be a stock? Back throw doesn't get it. Hugging the blast zone. The timeout comes out, and
that is going to be it. Justice losing 2-1 to Rocke in the timeout, just getting a little too aggressive with that lead.
Yeah.